Namaskar. Yoga Day is celebrated all over the world on June 21st. Yoga is a wonderful way of life that originated in India. It is based on the philosophy of spirituality, which is the ultimate truth of life, namely liberation. The whole world has recognized it as yoga. It has also started accepting it, and therefore June 21st is celebrated as Yoga Day. The goal of yoga is samadhi. Today there are very few people in the world who want to attain samadhi, because there are more people who live for the pleasure of the five senses, but the science that exists to achieve this ultimate truth in the spirituality is explained only in yoga. While studying yoga or going to last of its 8 limbs, a total of 8 steps are given. They call Ashtanga of yoga. We know about this Ashtanga. The third of theme is the introduction as asana, and then fourth limb is pranayam. What is it used exactly? Out of the many questions that arises in this regard, one question arises that does this asana and pranayam increase life expectancy, or how? To think about it, today we are discussing the penance or meditation that has to be done in yoga to reach samadhi. Requires a long life. If that long life is to be achieved, it is possible to reach that samadhi state. However, in philosophy, we always hear or consider as a principle that everyone's life is fixed. So, if that is the case, how can the lifespan be increased? There is no philosophy of increasing the lifespan, but we should keep in mind that this lifespan, according to the philosophy, is not given based on your annual calculation, because philosophy says that everyone is given so many breaths, and when that number of breaths is over, his life will end. Against this background, if we want to increase our life, we need to use the breath we have for a long period. The question is whether we can do anything using the breathing given. It is natural to need more life to do penance or meditation, and during this time it is expected that our body should be in good condition. According to the philosophy of Ayurveda, there is an active force in every part of the body. This active force is expected to remain the same till the end. For this, exercise and proper diet are combined in normal life. But during penance, you want to minimize physical activity and create the possibility of living as long as possible. So exercise should be done to every part of the body, and rest of meditation should also be done in the same way. Long life should be achieved. The yoga scholars have come up with the right solution to solve the background question of how all this can be combined. The necessary movement of all the parts of the body should take place. That is, its natural movement should not be excessive or insufficient. It should be right, and therefore, keeping in mind the principle that health should be achieved on the basis of that right yoga, they came up with the solution of asana and pranayam. We always experience that by exercising or by giving more effort to the body, we feel short of breath, the speed or number of breath increases. The natural number of breath is generally calculated as 18 breaths per minute. According to the science, if we have achieved life according to the number of breaths, then the question can be lived longer by using less of these breaths. If we exercise, the number of breaths will increase, which means that the lifespan will decrease. This means that on this background, asana and pranayam were made a scheme in yoga. There may be other reasons for this too. We are discussing one of them. Asana and pranayam can achieve some things at the same time. After these asanas, the next step is the eightfold part is pranayam. Pranayam means trying to completely control the speed of our breath. In that pranayam, the speed of prana includes the part of kumbhaka, rechaka, purak, etc. If we observe while doing pranayam, we will notice that while practicing this kumbhak, rechak or purak, the body, the number of breaths is reduced to a minimum, that is, instead of 18 per minute, that number is brought to near about 4. That is, although the body is the same, the number of breaths per minute is reduced significantly, and therefore, if life expectancy is given on the number of breaths, it is natural that it should have increased. The body part should also be exercised, the number of breaths should also be reduced, and the life expectancy should be increased. A combined confluence of these three is determined through the asana and pranayam. Let us see one as an example. If there is a balloon, if this balloon is to be destroyed or burst after being inflated in 100 times, then it will be burst after being inflated 100 times. But it is necessary to determine in how much time it will take to complete 100 times. If it is inflated 100 times in a day, then the lifespan of that balloon will be only 1 day. But if the same balloon is inflated 100 times in a year, then the lifespan of that balloon will be 1 year. It must be said. Similarly, if a person's life is based on the number of breaths, if that number of breaths can be reduced and the body does not suffer any harm from it, and the karma of all the organs in the body is done in the right proportion, and if the number of breaths remains low, then the lifespan will automatically increase, and thus state that the body wants to reach the state of samadhi, that is the concept of increasing the lifespan, that is the mind can definitely be achieved. Some of the important things that we have seen in this discussion are that while approaching the state of samadhi, while practicing, it is necessary to increase the lifespan. For that, we can live longer by using less than the number of breaths that are given to us as the life expectancy. And while doing so, we should not be a hindrance to the functioning of the body's organs. It should be right yoga. Both these things happen due to the asanas and pranayam. Due to the asanas, the karma of each organ in the body happens as expected. But Even though a kind of exercise is done while doing it, it is characteristics is that the number of breaths does not increase. The unique gift of asanas and pranayam is that we increase our life expectancy without allowing to functioning of the body's organs to be hindered by reducing the number of breaths. This is the unique gift of this yoga science to the whole world. We have realized this implicit meaning of yoga science, that even if we do not have to go to the state of samadhi, we can achieve long life in a good way. It is also quality certain and important that we can increase our life at least for our own happiness and the welfare of the people. Please subscribe it, share it. Thank you very much.